learn English pronunciation with a non-native speaker. I am non-native speaker. You cannot learn English pronunciation from me, but you can learn English pronunciation with me. Today, the topic of today's video is a developer. Developer, occupation, developer, web developer, developer, programmer, front end developer, back end developer, junior developer, senior developer, middle, etc. It is in some last days, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, it is explosion of working place, explosion of explosion of job in web developing, and what we have today. We have today lot of developer overnight. We have one deregulation of working force in developing, in web developing, in ICT, in IT developing. How it happened in that short time? It happened because of internet. On the internet, we have free content, excellent educational content. There is a lot of platforms where we can have free content up to date, and there is content for very small amount of dollars, and people use it. There is a platform for question and respond. When you're programming, you ask in 24 hours, and you have answer in 1 minute. 10 answers, 20 answers would help you. And that environment for education is something excellent. It is one thing. Second thing is deregulation. By law, nobody in government, you don't need certificate that you have some official, some formal education, for example, in programming. If you want to open company for programming, if you want to open firm, company for programming, you don't know, you don't need certificate. After that, you after founded, and after you have your company, the registration of company, it is in 24 hours. It is formality and almost free. Also there is no complicated. There is a different kind of firm, and from very simple, where you can emit your bill, till complicate big, till more complicated company would need big financial sector, etc. When you founded company for programming, developing, you by the internet in your social network or some other platforms for that, you ask for employee, and you have offer, and you call that people on interview, you speak about job, and after that you decided what in the interview nobody speak about school, formal schooling. No, nobody. No employer don't ask employee, future employee, what education we have, formal education we have. And today, in developing in web technology, people who create all that excellent what we look at every day on our computer screen, all that produce people who have not, maybe have not formal elementary school, and to people who have the doctor science level, and all people between that. They sit down one by one, one with the other, together in open space, very popular open space. The earnings, they receive money because employers don't know his official education. It is, of course, that official education, there is no connect with sailor of with money what employee received. In this situation, one thing more. Every day we have conference in Croatia, in every town of Croatia. We have conference, we have meetup, we web conference, and conference would look at that employers, and now that employers are investors in a new employee, but also potential investor in new project, and growing his interest in company, and also coming other people, other investors, coming investors from United States and Europe, and people from Croatia, developers from Croatia go in conference in Europe and United States, all over in Vietnam, in China, and all over the world. And in that conference, there is a possibility of connect and growing and investing. And I hear that Croatia have a first company, Unicorn. It is company who in the market after IPO, after IPO, valued $1 billion. But I don't know that that company we create one IPO, but because that company, I think Infobit from Istria, because that company have very, very big income based on the whole world customers. It is possible that that company, this moment, if that company go on the market, IPO, would be valued to $1 billion. And all that happened overnight. And in that situation, when people from high school, near finishing or during last year in high school, have a project, and that project receive a lot of money on the microfinancing platforms, or receive money from some investors on some conference, and that young man have money, have project what love to do, what they impress to create, what they compelling to create, to produce industrial line for that project. And all around that, you have glory, all media writing about that young people in all world, and of course in Croatia also. And a normal question is, faculty, yes or no? Faculty, yes or no? In that situation, what are you thinking? What would you recommend your daughter, your son, after high school, when you saw that he have project, made you write a lot of about his project. Projects have money, and your son, your daughter produce the compelling, that impressed with that what he create. What would you recommend your son or your daughter? Stop with that and go to faculty 5 years, and after that you work what you want? Or you said your son or daughter, okay, go in it. It is, you like it, you go in it, and okay. I would say I am for faculty, but I am for faculty before and after discussion what we have on developers group, into developers group. But discussion on developers group give me wide, huge, exaggerate look and view, panoramic view on that problem, and it is a very, very complex situation in which developers living today, and young people in high school and first years of faculty living today. It all was in America in time when Bill Gates and Jobs was young high school students. Absolutely same is now in Croatia. Young people, in high school people, in faculty people, have chance to start business without money, and very, very fast grow, and it is question, what would I do, what would have done, would I have done, would I have done that in my time in high school was a situation like that. Address for that discussion in two Croatian developers group, address is down in the description, and it is in Croatian language. That discussion is in Croatian language. But if you don't know Croatian, you translate in Google Translate, and that you have information about thinking developers who live developing life today, who thinking about that question maybe every day, who starting facts, who stop facts, who again start facts, and there is different discussion on that question, very interesting, and together that two discussion made one encyclopedic, epic description of today's situation about that question in area of IT jobs, IT employers, IT employee. Thank you for watching